CNN held a town hall candidate meeting on March 13, 2016. Bernie Sanders was asked, quote, "Who is the person closest to you with whom you disagree the most on politics?"
Named Jim Inhofe from Oklahoma. And Jim is a climate change denier. He is really, really conservative. But you know what? He is a decent guy, and I like him, and he and I are friends.
Sanders also referred to Inhofe as being good people. It is shocking to hear Senator Sanders say this because Senator Inhofe has violated the law and abused his office and the trust of the people he represents. And we have the evidence to prove it. In September 2014, I attended a political fundraiser held by Inhofe where 1,000 pigeons, many of whom were tame and had bands, were hand thrown into the air and shot by Inhofe and his donors for fun. This political fundraiser was not only vicious and cruel, but Inhofe violated the law by holding it on federal land and using federally funded government employees as workers for his political fundraiser. You can watch the video with the undercover footage of the pigeon shoot here. Our investigation of the Inhofe fundraiser revealed the following violations of law. You can see these explained in greater detail in the following video. The land Inhofe used to hold his political fundraiser is owned by the Bureau of Reclamation, which is part of the Department of the Interior. It is illegal to hold political fundraisers on federal land. When we saw this Oklahoma State game warden working at the political fundraiser, we investigated further and discovered that Inhofe, for years, had been using Oklahoma State game wardens to work at his fundraisers. Upon further investigation, we found that these particular employees were federally funded. That meant that Inhofe was using federally funded government workers to serve his political donors at his political fundraising events. Public records requests we made to Oklahoma revealed that Inhofe had been soliciting government employees to attend his political event, as you can see in this email. We went through Inhofe's campaign finance records and made a startling discovery. He was not paying sales tax on the birds used for his shoot and was instead spending thousands of campaign dollars to someone who had been involved in illegal cockfighting to obtain the birds. We reviewed Oklahoma State anti-cruelty laws and discovered that the type of shoot Senator Inhofe was holding was illegal. Unfortunately, due to the power he wields in the state, we have been unable to get any policing authority to do their job and to hold him accountable. Every time Senator Sanders talks about the 1% being above the law and needing to be held accountable, he is talking about his friend Jim Inhofe. We are therefore putting Senator Sanders' claims that he is for the people and against corruption to the test. We are challenging him to meet with us, to review our evidence, and then to join with us in calling for the Justice Department to investigate Inhofe's repeated violations of the law. To be clear, we are not getting involved with partisan or electoral issues or even who is friends with who. Our sole concern is that Inhofe is involved in criminal activity and is considered untouchable due to the fact that he's a powerful sitting senator. We appreciate that Senator Sanders truly wants to lead a revolution to change how our government works. But to do that, he first must be willing to break the political wall of silence that shields bad politicians from their crimes. Senator Sanders, we implore you, hold Jim Inhofe accountable for what he has done. He is the elite 1% you talk about. He is the person who abuses his office and the taxpayers' trust, and he needs to be held accountable.